Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to try and have you out of here on time. I just want to touch a little bit on our relocation department, how to use it. We get so many questions for people who have outbound business clients, moving places, purchasing investment properties, what we can help with, why you would use Leading RE, what that matters in the scheme of your business, how you can set yourself up to try and get some relocation business. So that's going to be the focus for the next 10 minutes. I have a presentation I'm going to walk you guys through. Hopefully this answers some of your questions and shed some light on where to find some of these resources. So Jordan, can you start us off by just kind of opening up this presentation for me? Or switching over to the laptop? Yeah. Okay. Good. Are we good? Yeah. Okay, sweet. Okay, so we are at CIR Realty a full service, fully trained relocation department. What that means is that if you have clients looking to buy or sell anywhere in the world, you can refer us that client and we will help manage that process, find the realtor, manage the transaction, ensure the correct paperwork happens on both sides, and make sure that you get paid a referral fee at the end of the day, which is really important, especially when you're working across borders. Yep. There's different taxes, there's different referral fee agreements. So that's kind of the basis of what we do.
I don't think people appreciate how many people they know that are moving out of town. Like we see it on our Facebook page all the time. Hey, anybody know a great realtor here? We have an entire process for this. And my question is, did you know anybody that moved from one place to the other? It doesn't even have to be from Calgary or to Calgary. It can be anywhere. Yeah. And did you get paid for it? That's the question. So exactly. Anybody, anywhere, we can help with.
Absolutely. Love that. So we do all of this within our leading real estate company of the world network. So you see a graph on the screen right now. And the reason I want to show you this is because it gives you a bit of an idea as far as where our network stands in the scheme of business and why. And then I'm going to speak to why relocations with CIR is so important. So on this graph, you'll notice that leading real estate companies of the world, who CIR Realty is a member of, we're the only member in Alberta currently, we did 55 billion more, and so this is a U.S. number, but Canada is huge, huge, huge too. I just want to make a note that all of our new stats are in the process of being released, so they'll be updated everywhere. But we do an insane amount of business. Independents are huge, especially in the U.S., starting to become a lot more predominant in North America as well. And when we are referring business out, we are only doing it to members of the leading real estate companies of the world network because we want to see this navy blue bar get bigger, because when you guys are sitting down with clients and listings and presentations and buying presentations and talking about why you should be using an independent, why Leading RE matters, it's because this bar is bigger. It's because our network does more business than RE/MAX. We do more business than Keller Williams and Coldwell Banker and Century 21 and Sotheby's. And as long as we keep referring our business to other Leading RE independent members, we're really doing a good job of showing that our network matters and that we are huge competitors against other franchises. So that's a big, big, big reason why we don't want people referring business to, the RE/MAX office in Lethbridge or the Century 21 office in Winnipeg, because ultimately we're just boosting other franchise numbers. And really when those agents and those brokerages are referring business back, they're probably referring it to other Century 21 agents and other RE/MAX agents. So the chances of building valuable referral relationships with other agents, you're probably not going to get that business back. So I'm not sure if you guys have been here before, but this is a screenshot of the Leading RE website. So this is a pretty cool place because we currently have 600 Leading RE members, and all of those members link to the Leading RE website. And whenever somebody's doing international property search, all the brokerages encourage people to go to look on leadingre.com. So if somebody's looking for a property in Calgary, they can search for Calgary, and all of our currently, I think we have 840 listings currently that are syndicated to leadingre.com, and all of those listings are searchable here, which is fantastic. So as the only member in Alberta, anybody searching for Calgary properties are only seeing CIR listings. For us, if we're going to start looking at other brokerages, we are going to leadingre.com and we're finding local members, and that's how we're making our decisions as well. Obviously, we have a local profile here for anybody who's interested in learning a little bit more about our decision and choosing CIR as a brokerage for their outgoing business as well. So one thing that I want to mention for you guys too is that if you're ever interested and seeing who our members are in a specific area, you guys can go to leadingre.com as well, and you can find companies, search different areas, search Canadian members, Florida members, Costa Rica members, China members, and get a little bit of a gist on the scope that we have. I would prefer you do this, even if you're not going to use our Relo team, which is fine. Instead of just going on and Googling, realtor in Winnipeg, go to leadingre.com and start your search off by looking for independent members in that area. Even if you want to call the brokerage directly, I mean, there's no reason for you to do all this work. This is why we're here. But this is a great place to start to ensure that business remains in our network. Okay, so in terms of how you are sending in and starting the business process, this is a screenshot of the forms page on our virtual office, and we have a section called internal CIR Forms, and there's a section here called Leading RE Support Documents. We have an outgoing buyer referral form, an outgoing listing referral form, and the referral procedure, so all the information that you guys need to know about how this works. And here's some screenshots of both of the forms. So we have one form if somebody is looking to purchase a home somewhere, and one form if somebody's looking to list a home. So these are both editable. They're really easy to submit. It gives us some of the information that we need to start that process. Once we get one of these forms in from you, you just email, so you email it to relocation@crrealty.ca. Either myself or Sarah Paddock will get back to you. The reason we want some of this information is because we really do our absolute best to find an agent that matches exactly where the listing is or exactly where the buyer is looking to purchase. When we contact the other brokerage who also has trained relocation specialists there, we can get as specific as you want. So we want an agent who's listed a condo within this building within the last 6 months. We want somebody who, it's a first-time home buyer, she's a female, she's single, she wants somebody else who's also a female, a little bit younger, a little bit relatable. We can really ask those questions. So the best job you can give us of getting information, we can get that specific when we're talking to the brokers and the relocation people on the other end. So we do also get a lot of questions as far as how you guys can get incoming referral business. I'm going to touch on this, but I want you to know that we do everything in our power. We are part of the Canadian Employment Relocation Council. We're part of the National Relocation Council. We're part of leading real estate companies of the world. We do advertising and employee relocation books. We do spend money, and we do a lot of marketing efforts to try and get this business in. That being said, we can't control the amount of business we get, and we also can't control the type of agent that somebody's requesting. Like I just said, we can be that specific in who we're requesting.
Yep.
So when people are sending business into us, it's not like we just have a list and we evenly say this person, this person, this person, this person. We have to do our due diligence to completely match the agent specification with what we're getting. And the other relocation company will sometimes choose to interview that agent. And if we don't do a good job matching that criteria, then we might not get that business again. So it's really not round robin.
And we have minimum closing standards that has to happen as well.
Totally.
So if someone says, where do you specialize in? And you're like, oh, everywhere in Calgary. But someone has, I specialize in condominiums downtown, or I specialize in the suburbs in the Southwest or something like that. Those people will be more likely to get the referrals than somebody who is just like, oh, I'm a generalist. And that's it, because we have to match them up accordingly. And languages matter, what languages you speak. Things like that matter. So, I mean, it could be we pick somebody because they're a female or a male, one way or the other, because that's what was requested. So,
exactly.
So that's it. And you can also take pride in knowing that when your referrals are placed, that they're going to have the same care and attention. Because I know that people want, I want an expert on the other side. So the same standards that we uphold on one side need to be upheld on the other. The other thing I just want to mention is, we mentioned Leading RE, and if you go to the website, you'll see that there's some markets that Leading RE doesn't have someone in. Don't worry, we're also members of a network called Aventure that expands our network reach even more to some of the smaller markets. So places like Winnipeg, Windsor, all these,
Hamilton.
New Brunswick, Hamilton, all these, they all have
Lethbridge. Oh yeah, all these small Canadian places we have. Full
great networks there. And
all
if
independent.
And if there isn't anybody anywhere, I always say, Melville, Saskatchewan, you go down, and there happens to be just one Century 21 brokerage, no independent there, we'll interview them and put them through the ringer to ensure your client is served properly. So,
absolutely.
So that's kind of the level of detail that we want, because we want to make sure that your clients are served properly.
Thank you for that. So if you guys are interested in getting, in setting yourself to potentially receive some of our incoming referral business, I just want to show you that on the virtual office, there's a little screenshot here. Under Leading RE and Luxury Portfolio is a link to Institute, and Institute is Leading RE's education platform. I'm not going to get into that today, but it is full of an insanely great courses, certifications that you can take, videos on Facebook marketing and negotiation, and all of these things you guys have access to. This is part of our Leading RE network, so if you haven't clicked that link, go in and look around. Specifically, if you're interested in doing relocations, you'll notice that on the main page of Institute, there's a button called Relocation. So this is one of our criteria for you guys to receive leads, is so you click on this relocation button, and then you're going to click on that bottom link that says Leading RE Relocation Specialist. This is a paid course. It's not expensive. $29.95 US, and it is a 2-part course, and it's getting your LRS designation, so your Leading RE Relocation Specialist designation. So once you take this course, we will get sent a certificate of your completion. It's a beautiful certificate. You guys can use it in your listing and buying presentations, which is nice because it's another top of mind when you're talking to clients that say, and by the way, if you're ever thinking of moving somewhere else or you know anyone moving somewhere else, I'm specialized this, please let me be a part of that process. So go ahead, do this course. We get sent the information, and then we will add you onto our list to start receiving that as long as you meet the criteria that we're getting. So that was kind of the presentation. Back to us. As far as you guys getting paid on this stuff goes, I want to give you a few numbers very quickly. So if you do an outgoing referral, so that means you're sending us the name of a client, we will process all of that, and at the end of the day, you guys get paid 24.5%. So it's not the full 25%. That 0.5% is part of our fee agreement with Leading RE. We use all of their relocation software management. They're the ones building this network, so that's kind of how they manage to keep afloat, is through that little percentage. So they keep that, but you guys get the 24.5% without having to lift a finger. You do need to
make... And we get nothing. It's like we get nothing beyond our normal commission splits, things like that. But if you cap out, it's like we get nothing of that. This is a service that we provide you guys.
Absolutely, which is very busy. We get these in almost every single day. It is an in-house concierge service that we offer you guys, that we train our staff on completely to try and make you more full service and to give you that opportunity to increase your referral business. So please do use that. Referrals that are placed with us in Leading RE have a much higher chance of actually closing and you actually getting the money because they're managed so meticulously. As far as the incoming business goes, if we give you a referral, there is a high referral fee on that. So if you take the business, there's a 50% referral fee back. The reason that is so high is twofold. So the first one is you are literally being handed a listing or a buyer that is going to buy or sell right now. So it's business you didn't have before, and so it's a 50% referral fee back to the brokerage. A large portion of that either goes to the relocation company that sent it to us. This is if it's a third-party relocation company. Those fees are very, very high. If it's a Leading RE one, then 30% goes back to that brokerage. And then CIR corporately keeps the remainder of that, because this is how we try and subsidize some of the very expensive fees that we have by being part of all of these employee relocation councils, all the marketing that we do to try and get this business in, because it is not cheap, and there's no amount of incoming referrals we could get that would not cover that, because we do our best to continue to market to increase our business on that. Also, as far as any third-party relocations that we get in, and we do get in quite a few of them, the brokerage side of the paperwork and the business market analysis, it is quite time-consuming, so that just kind of helps us manage that as well. So if you are interested in signing up for those and it is meaningful to you, take that course. If you're comfortable with the 50% referral fee, I know some people aren't. Some people don't want to work with employment and relocation councils. Totally cool. But that is a complete comprehensive analysis of where to get the forms, how much you get paid, how to take the course. Relocation at crrealty.ca for myself and Sarah Paddock if you guys have any questions whatsoever. And again, to your point, this is a free CIR service, completely here to try and make you a better realtor, more comprehensive, increase that referral fee stuff. So use us and do your best to support other independents as well, right? Again, You go back to all these presentations that we do about the power of our network and the power of independence, and that power only grows if we support other independent brokerages.
And on that 50%, just to backtrack for 1 second here, it's on the referred transactions. So their referrals that they give you, the value of having a live client, anything else, there's no other referral fees you pay to us. It's just on the transaction that they did. So they move in here, they buy, you pay on that. They list their house in the future. That's your deal.
Yes, it's your client for life.
The repeat stuff is your client for life.
Absolutely.
We're not holding on to the client. So that's such a good benefit.
Love that.
Cool.
So hopefully that answered a few of your questions. Again, if there's anything that anyone doesn't understand, please feel free to email relocation@crrealty.ca.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone.
Next week, I just want to do a little bit of a plug. So next week, we're going to have one of our agent pursuit meetings. And I am stoked about it because one of the things that you mentioned earlier is that when you're speaking to your investors. So our next meeting, which is going to be next Monday, we are going to have a section. It's going to be John Mayberry and Jason Schmierko, which is going to be hilarious. I can't believe I put this. If anybody knows John or Jason Schmierko, I can't believe I put them in the same meeting. But they are incredibly intelligent and do an absolute ton of work working with investors who are looking to purchase properties, to flip them and make a bit of a profit.
Yeah.
And in this marketplace, it's a great opportunity to start picking up some of those properties. So whether you're interested in doing that for yourself, or you have clients thinking about doing that, or you always wanted to work with investors from that standpoint, never really knew how to get into it, they're going to be talking about getting the clients, how to crunch the numbers, where they're finding these types of properties. So really special meeting, so please make sure you tune in next Monday.
Great. Awesome. Well, everyone have an awesome week, and want to thank Louise Hopkins for coming in and showing her great space, or great information on reclaiming your space.
Yeah.
And we'll chat with you guys next week.
Thank you, guys. Have a great